Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday Way of Life check-in. It's the final week, so congratulations to all of you who've made it through the program. By now, again, you should be taking a look at your week 12 materials, which include strategies for long-term success and a video on maintaining healthy habits. And that's very helpful. It's also, there's nice advice on evaluating public information or the nutritional information. We'll talk a little bit about that. As always, I am joined today by Crystal Petrello, our Director of Nutrition Services, and she's always a wonderful resource for anybody who gets stuck in the program or has any nutritional questions. This week's daily activity is to run or walk at least 1 mile. Again, I'm a huge believer in exercise, as you're aware. Again, I remind you, aerobic exercise, resistance training, flexibility work, and balance training are great habits to get into for long-term success when it comes to weight control or healthy aging. The activity this week is to come up with a long-term SMART goal, and we remember that SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, or achievable, relevant to you, and time-bound in some way. Now, I would encourage you to pick measurable things that you have control over. Say how many times you're exercising, how many minutes a week you're exercising, how many servings of fruits and vegetables you have in a day, rather than tying a measurable piece to something like weight loss. So again, healthy habits, daily relaxation, etc., are wonderful SMART goals that are measurable to count in some way and only depend on you and not external variables like a number on a scale or something like that. Again, we have wonderful health coaches here who are happy to work with any of you on formulating SMART goals that work specifically for you and helping you remain accountable in some way. So today, it's the final send-off. We're going to talk just a little bit about some continued tips for success, very similar to what we talked about in some ways last week when we looked at the cohort of successful weight losers over time, people who keep weight off. The tips we're going to give you are obviously in parallel and in conjunction to some of those. But before we get to them, again, let me offer a hearty congratulations to the people who participated. This go round of Way of Life, we had about 85 participants who made it through and tracked for a fair amount of the program. These people exercised for 110,000 minutes, which is amazing. And the average weight loss that we're seeing among people who stick with the program and losing weight this time is around 4.5 pounds, dependent on the individual. But that's great work. And again, this is the reason I do these talks, is to help people understand that they're capable of change, that they can balance all the spheres in their lives, have a healthy relationship with food, and maintain or lose weight and find their goals. When we talk about where do we go from here, I think it's always important to revisit and remember our whys. What's our motivation? Is it coming from inside or is it extrinsic? Are people looking for us, and is our why something that comes from outside? It's always helpful when it comes from inside. Is your why, the one that you came up with 12 weeks ago, still relevant? If not, perhaps it's time to take a look at other reasons to continue your good health journey. Take an inventory. Now, take an inventory at the end of the day, as we do often when we see how we've done and how we've done in terms of food intake. Have we eaten the right amount? Have we eaten too much? What's going well for you on a daily basis? And then, of course, take a longer inventory over how things have gone for the past 3 or 4 weeks and the past 12 weeks. What are you doing right? Are you learning to relax? Are you learning to understand and intercede on your cravings a little more? What is going well? What could you be doing better? And do you need help from a coach or a dietitian or someone else to realize the success that you're looking for? What obstacles are in your way? You know, again, we talk a lot about planning and looking at the road ahead, and what things do you need to tackle that are in your way, and what do you need to address before you can realize ongoing long-term success? Again, you're powerful. People are capable of change. And again, we're here to help you with that. Evaluate your environment. Are you getting fruits and vegetables? Are you getting the right things in your cart? Are you running into problems at work or at parties or in social situations? Are there people helping you? Do you have buddies, or do you have people who are supportive? And by the same token, do you sometimes have people who ambush you or undermine your efforts? If so, those are things you're going to need to adjust. I want you to keep your mindset on that idea of balance, okay? Balancing, and my last slide talks a lot about balance in general, but we want to balance indulgence. We want to enjoy food, but we also have to have some accountability to ourselves. Keep in mind the long-term goal here, which is continued health. And remember that everybody falls off the wagon here and there. Remember the power of that cognitive triad, how thoughts can influence feelings, and feelings can influence behaviors, and our behaviors then again can go back to influencing thoughts again. Try to interrupt that triad if you're moving in the wrong direction. It's important to be able to identify credible information as you continue your journey through health, whether it's nutrition information or other wellness related information. Always evaluate the source, and we love sources that come from educational, government, or nonprofit agencies because there's no underlying motivation to sell you something. Look at national institutions. The CDC, I've brought you a lot of things from the CDC over the past 12 weeks. From the USDA, again, I love the daily estimator for calories and nutritional information. Identify authors. Last week, I shared with you a fellow named Walter Willett from the Harvard School of Public Health, who writes great books on nutritional strategies. The Harvard School of Public Health is a wonderful resource. Look for the potential for bias. Again, if people have underlying motivations, then their information may not be as accurate. And always you can check in with us, who are the experts, and we'll let you know whether or not what you found is credible. Resources. Be Well Solutions is here to help you with your coaching needs. We have often, and many of the groups I'm talking to have on-site nutritional counseling, but you can always have a virtual consult with a registered dietitian or a telephonic health coach. Don't forget, you can email us. You can email us at info@bewellsolutions.com. Or you can email and speak to a dietitian by using the email address nutrition@bewellsolutions.com. And we certainly invite you to follow up with us and share your success, or if you're hitting challenges, share that with us. If you like the idea of tracking, there are a number of tracking apps that provide information, whether it's you want to track calories, or you want to track nutritional goals, or if you want to track your exercise and fitness. These are some great resources here. There are paid programs. We've talked a little bit about those in the past. Weight Watchers is helpful to some people. Again, we like when people reach out to us and work with us, but Noom is an app-based behavioral tool that helps us understand our eating behaviors, and it's available and has offered some success, but of course it's a paid service. What now? Well, again, I want you to balance yourselves, and this isn't talking about exercise, this is talking about emotional balance and staying flexible in the moment, balancing on one hand your enjoyment of food with accountability. And we've talked about this a lot. We need you to be accountable, but we also need you to balance accountability and self-forgiveness, because that's a very important piece of being human and moving down that road of change. Forgiving yourself for past indiscretions and letting those things go, reminding ourselves that tomorrow is another day. With self-forgiveness usually comes a little bit of relaxation and alleviation of stress. So when we're uptight and angry at ourselves, we need to take a step back, forgive ourselves, practice active relaxation strategies, stay mindful and in the moment so we can control our cravings and eating behavior. So if you're one of those people who stuck it out for 12 weeks, you'll be receiving a Way of Life certificate that says you've successfully completed the program, and that's something that you should be very proud of. You've learned a lot of skills in this program, and we have been very, very happy, hopefully, to be a part of your positive changes. I sincerely want to thank you for coming and being part of this, or tuning in on your own and picking up the messages we will be sending you. You'll be doing surveys when you complete the program. Please share your feedback with us so we can make this program better for people to come. Always reach out to us at Way of Life at Be Well Solutions, or nutrition at BeWellSolutions.com, and we'll be happy to answer you and interact with you and support you in any way we can. My name's Michael Schechter, and I am, again, proud to be hopefully a small part of your overall change in the interest of healthy aging. For that, I see we have, making sure we don't have any questions. It doesn't look like we do. So I will say, again, congratulations to those of you who completed the program. For those of you who fell off the wagon here and there, you know, again, tomorrow's another day. Forgive yourself, learn to relax, learn to be mindful, exercise daily, and of course, never ever smoke. Those are great ways to healthfully age. And again, I remain interested in hearing your stories, so please feel free to reach out. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.